In this video, we're going to go over some of the transitional movements between some of the developmental positions that we use often in our office for rehab. So we're going to go from laying on your back to rolling over into a side plank to getting into a tabletop position and then getting into a standing position. So we're going to start on our back. And starting position here is going to be with our feet up, toes a little bit closer together, knees a little bit wider apart. And if we want to go from this position to a side plank, we're going to reach with our hand out to the side and slowly roll until we're on our side. And then from here, we're going to push through that elbow and come up into a side position. To get into the full side plank, we're going to have our heels, hips, shoulder, and ear pretty much all on a line. Here we want elbow just under shoulder, and you'll lift your hips up and forward. So we'll do that whole movement from start to finish again. Hips are going to go back and down. You're going to use your elbow to help you turn. And then you're going to use your arm and leg together to push you back. So again, a little bit quicker. We're going to do the same side. Reaching to the side, pushing up, repositioning that elbow, and coming up into a side plank. I'll do the other side too to show you from behind. With all of these movements, we want to make sure we can keep our ribs stacked over our pelvis, our core engaged, and we continue to breathe into our belly. So after we're here and in our side plank, the next transitional movement is to get to a tabletop position. So we'll sit that hip back down. We're going to come up onto our hand from here, so in a side sitting position. And you're going to lift that hip up just like with the side plank and slowly turn over. We're going to go back to the side sit. So again, keeping our core nice and stacked, slowly lowering down. You can do this with just one leg. If you want to use the other one to help, you can. More like this. And again, I'll show you on the other side. Or with the other leg helping. So after we've gotten to our tabletop position, our last transition is into standing. So you'll tuck your toes underneath. Take your knees a little bit wider and your feet a little bit closer together, just like in our first starting position. We're going to lift our knees to come into a bear and then walk our way back into a squat. And then from here we can stand up. So again, to side plank, to side sit, to rolling our way back. You can use any of these transitional movements or all of them as rehab exercises, but what I would recommend is integrating these into your everyday life. So every time you get off the floor, try to use these movements instead of doing like a crunch if that's what you're used to. So the more you can integrate these into your everyday life, the better off you're going to be. Thanks for watching.